sometimes we need to list the tasks by yes or no flags, like either completed or not completed. Yes, we have a status which will be getting it, but let's show all non-completed ones and completed ones. So let's say done or not done, or complete or no complete. So how we are going to use it? For that behavior, we need to implement similar to the compact. So let's copy the compact one and say completed. So here also completed or done. Now let's list the tasks. Let's see the to-do tasks. Char either completed or not completed. So with this flag, what we will be getting is we will be getting only the completed ones. Once it has been set, it will be set. However, the other one, how can we know if it is not been set, if user explicitly wants not to set? So in that case, we can use negatable. If we say the negatable true, it will be creating another alias. It will be creating another option with hyphen no completed or no done. So let's see how it is going to print. So first of all, let's comment out this. Comment out this because we are going to use the same again. That's the reason I'm commenting out. List hyphen help. So let's run the application. So it will be printing the list to do command help. So in the help, if we see this, okay, if we see it here, we got completed or no completed. So if we say no completed, then it will be set as false. So this way we can implement it. So rest of the logic, you know it. Come over here and check the status. We are writing here if the status is not passed, and again here we need to check it whether no done is set or done is set. And depending on that, we need to print that one. This is a simple use case which I listed over here. Let's comment out this logic for temporary purpose to observe what is the completed value. Rerun the application. First time we will get the completed, next one is false. What if I have not provided anything? So what would be the value? So if it has been provided, we can take the decision whether it's completed or not completed. If not passed any of the parameters like completed or no completed, what will be the value for the completed flag? So here it will be the false. So not provided, it considered as false. Here, even if it has been provided, it will be set to true. If not provided, if we call it as completed, hyphen completed is set to the true. If we say no completed, it's set to false. But even though we have not provided, it is showing as completed as false, which in our case may not be the requirement. So in such cases, what we can do is we can use, instead of the primitive data types, use the wrapper classes, which is in our case Boolean, and set a default value to null. Unless it has been called out, the value will not be set. So in our case, the third one will be shown as null. Let's come back here and run the application. First one, hyphen completed. Next one is hyphen no completed. And third one is null. This is what we're expecting here. So in our case, let's come over here and we can implement the logic accordingly. Let's uncomment the rest of the code. So the import, uncomment the code, and let's consider using the completed flag. So if the status is not been set, then what we are going to show over here. So for the first time, we'll take the preference of the completed. If is null of the completed, then we are considering this logic, where we are considering by status. If the completed flag has been set, here we can implement in two different ways. Right now, the to-do service doesn't have the functionality to provide by multiple status. Let's implement that one. So in our case, we'll be calling to-do service find by status, where we'll be passing a list of statuses. So how are we going to get the status? So let's say list of statuses is equals to array list if completed flag has been set, then I will be adding status add of completed status. Else I will be adding statuses add created and in progress. So created in progress. Let's reformat the code, and we'll be passing these statuses. And we are expecting a list of to do. So this one. So here, let's copy, it's the same. Let's implement the method. So let's create a find by status with the method. So we have created by passing a list, and let's go to the implementation. Implement the status method. Let's go and see how the find by status has been implemented and copy the same piece of code to the find by status with statuses. And instead of one status, we are going to compare with the rest of the statuses. So let's change the logic. Statuses dot contains, if it contains to do dot get status. Let's handle status if the statuses is been null. So we are going to create a temporary status list of status and say status list is equals to a new empty array, and that will be here. And if objects dot not null, if the status is not null, then we are going to reset status list with statuses. And as we have assigned it, so it's expecting a temporary value variable needs to be created. So let's create it. So it's just as we are using the Java 8 feature, so we have to create a temporary variable. Needs to create a temporary variable. Let's check this one whether it is really working as we expected or not. So let's come over here. Let's comment out. Let's remove these two commands, and we are going to send all the completed ones in short format. So I will say -" short. So when I run it, I'm expecting all completed task list. So here we got all completed task list, and we say no completed. So now I'm getting all created and in progress status. So let's rerun it. I got all created and in progress statuses. This is how we are going to implement negatable commands. In our case, either you pass it as -completed or -no completed. Otherwise, done or not done.